Hi, everybody.
Hi, how are you?
Hello.
You're still here? Oh no, you're not still here.
You're going forward in time and explaining stuff that they haven't even seen yet.
I know.
They don't know.
I know. It's a little bit of foreshadowing.
We are a few days away from the Detroit Music Awards. Holy moly.
I know.
It seems like it's been forever.
Yeah, especially the last couple weeks. But we are super excited for this 30th anniversary of the Stay Home edition of the awards.
No, 30th anniversary of the awards, second anniversary of the Stay Home.
Yes.
Or is it first anniversary of the Stay Home?
It's our second
It's
anniversary.
The first anniversary.
There's
It's
a
the
reason
second annual Stay at Home award
Correct.
show.
Yes. We're all bad at math.
Yeah, exactly. That's why we're doing this.
Or this tells you the residue of having done it the first time. We're still a little discombobulated.
Yes.
Definitely. So Sunday, April 11th at 8:00, right here on the Facebook. We will be live and kind of real. But
We're always very real, Jim.
A lot of great performers. Who are we teasing people with? What names are we saying?
Well, I mean, we're throwing out, and we have a lot of special moments. Paul Stanley from Kiss with his Soul Station band. They have something that relates to Motown, and people get to see that. We do have the world premiere of a new Suzi Quatro video, and that is the world premiere. They made this especially for the Detroit Music Awards, so we're happy about that. Mm-hmm. I think Matt Smith from Outrageous Cherry is doing. He's gotten Outrageous Cherry's well known around the world, but with his song being included on Alice Cooper's new album, Detroit Stories, there's a whole new stature that they have. And so Matt did something that's related to that. I think it was great to get the Detroit Symphony involved for a change with the performance, of what they've been doing down at Orchestra Hall. David McMurray, Black Light Collective, just blows the roof off the place. Get Danny Roja live from Third Man, Cast Corridor is a lot of fun. They're all great. I mean, that's the one, I think the greatest, a lot of people have been asking me, so what was the difference doing this year compared to last year? Last year we had a month to pivot, with the shutdown and the pandemic. We didn't have a lot of time, and we really raced to get it done. And I think all of us were very happy with it last year. But this year, not only do we have more time to do it and know what we were doing better, but so did everybody else.
Yeah.
Everybody spent a year on Zoom and a year doing virtual performances. So they knew what they were doing better as well. There wasn't as much to explain this year, and so as soon as you asked somebody, they got it, and that was a nice change.
One of my favorite things is, from my usual perch located backstage, I have that little 1 foot by 18-inch tall window to watch the performances from, doing the backstage announcing. But I get to see all the performances like I were out front. So that was a unique position. And, again, I think the performers really showed up and gave us some great stuff. The presenters did too. I mean, I think that's what you said, is that everyone has kind of learned how to work their Zoom machine. And now they're really coming up with some fun stuff. So I'm anxious to see how that plays.
Well, one of the things I noticed too is so many of them, especially the presenters, have built home studios.
Mm-hmm.
And they really have upped their game to be part of this, because that's how they're working now. They're not going on tour, so they're working virtually, and they have to have the virtual space, in good shape. Yeah. And again, one thing we found out last year and found out even more this year is the virtual platform allows us to go and get people to participate in the show that we couldn't have otherwise. I mean, we could if we had a Grammy Awards type of budget, and we could fly people around the country and put them up. This way we can just go to their homes or home studios without giving who they are away, but in Nashville, and Los Angeles, and New York, and London, and Royal Oak, for that matter. We're able to get people to be part of the show without, and the logistics are as easy as pushing a few buttons.
Stacey, what are you kind of looking forward to people reacting to and maybe being excited to see?
I think people are going to be really excited for some of the presenters because, like Gary said, there are a lot of surprises and people that you would expect to see at the Grammys or a bigger type show. And a lot of them coming from their homes are just so genuine and they seem so much more relaxed, and they're all so honored and happy to be participating because so many people love Detroit. And I think people are going to be really touched to see how many artists and other exciting people love Detroit as much as we do.
Yeah, that's definitely true.
Yeah, no, that is a great point, because when we go out, when we send out the invitations or have the discussions about getting these people to be part of it, you really do feel the love for the city and for the music that came out of Detroit, maybe even more so than when we did do the live shows. And we're trying to get people, because again, we're reaching further afield. We're getting people we wouldn't ordinarily have been able to make part of the show. And they like being able to say what they want to say about Detroit.
Right.
Which was really cool.
Yeah. And I think one of the things that we learned last year that we didn't really maybe expect was the reach of the show was so much bigger than the 2,000 people inside the theater. You know, we were getting people in England and in Australia watching the program. So that Detroit, outreach, it will get so much bigger on this virtual show. So
I was going to say the mission of the organization, is to expose Detroit music, period, and to nurture it and to honor it, and being able to, like you said, 6 continents last year too.
Yeah.
We had penguins watching us somewhere. So to do it this way really allows us to expand our reach and expand our exposure for the artists and the music that comes from here. Not just the people who perform, but the nominees and the award winners.
Definitely. And one thing that we just worked out the details to is what we're calling, and I have to write, we wrote it down just minutes ago, the instant replay reunion. That's going to happen right after the show on Facebook Live via Zoom, where some of the presenters, some of the honorees, maybe some of the performers will join us and talk about that evening's show. So, you'll want to stick around on Facebook Live and watch that as we talk about, some of the things that we're holding back secret wise and not wanting to share with you, that we'll be able to tell you some of the stories behind putting the show together. So,
and the way I look at it is, people are used to spending, 4, 5, 6 hours at the Fillmore as part of this,
They might not remember being at the Fillmore that entire time, but
well, and that means it was a good part.
Exactly.
So this way you could do it. And listen, I hope we get, because it's on Facebook Live this year, there's room to comment, there's room to send pictures. I would love to see, photos of people dressed up on their couches watching the show, and having, I'd love to see what people are drinking at night. And we may be apart, but we can all be together in the virtual space. And we've seen we laughed because we were the first award show to do it last year, and that was because of the timing. But we've seen all the other award shows do their virtual presentations as recent as the Screen Actors Guild last Sunday, and seeing everybody at home enjoying the award show. So we can, there's no reason why we can't still have that feeling of togetherness and community even if we're all watching on different screens.
Yep. Very well said. Well, let's remind people, Sunday, April 11th, 8
Yep.
o'clock, right here on Facebook Live. After party, the instant replay reunion, as we're calling it, happening immediately following the show. So let's make an evening of it. Let's make some snacks. Let's make some seasonal cocktails to go along with your watching.
What season is it technically?
You're in,
season.
it's sprinter. It's right between spring and winter.
No, it's spring
spring.
because
It's
it is
spring.
80 degrees out today. It
Today,
is crazy.
yes.
Yeah.
It's
So,
spring.
but
So,
have some fun with us. Enjoy the show. Like Gary said, take pictures of yourself with it. Take videos. You can post all that. Let's maybe you might be inspired to play a song. During Howard's 15-minute speech. We don't know. You might write
we're
a song
trying to keep
right
stuff
there.
secret. We're trying to keep
yeah.
things secret.
There's no secret.
wanted to
Howard always
surprise
gets
people.
to speak. Oh, yeah, you're going to surprise. Oh, he's talking again.
No,
We love
that
you,
it was
Howard.
only 15 minutes.
I guess we should point out to people that another aspect of the virtual show is things can be edited.
Yes.
Just throwing that out there.
Look for jump cuts.
There you go. In fact, take a shot every time you see a jump cut.
Yeah,
Yes.
there you go. Oh, there'll be some. Yeah, I could think of one presenter who sent us theirs with 4 or 5 jump cuts. So, anyway, we will see you Sunday. Happy awards show, everyone. You guys have been
Everybody,
fun to
come
work
on
with
by.
Free socks.
Sunday, April 11th, you won't want to miss this year's Detroit Music Awards with outstanding performances by Rob Stone, the Detroit Symphony Orchestra, Feederlock featuring Cousin Mouth, the Keynote Sisters, David McMurray's Black Light Collective, Matt Smith of Outrageous Cherry, Danny Crowhigh, The Electric Six, a special memorial tribute to Alto Reed and Mary Wilson, plus an exclusive performance from one of Detroit's all-time leading Grammy Award winners. It's all happening April 11. Check DetroitMusicAwards.net for more information.